Hello my friends, I am GHondo, and welcome back to my collab series. In this episode, I have once again challenged my friend SKOVAXE, only this time instead of Google Feud, I challenged him to a game of Geoguessr. For those of you unfamiliar with this game, think of it as a game equivalent of just playing around in Google Maps in the Street View. For those of you who use Google Maps, this should be fairly familiar. Um, it's basically just here you are somewhere in the world, and it plunks you down quite literally randomly. You have no idea where you are, and the game is to figure out where you are and place your tick down where you think that you are. Well, then when I hit make a guess, what it'll do is it'll show me where I really am, and if I'm like really, really close, like say it's right here and I picked here, I'd probably get a pretty good score for that. But if I picked there and it's actually, way down here, for example, I get a very low score. So 5 rounds, high score wins. I've set it to no time limit. You can set it so you only have, a certain number of minutes per round. For this one, I set it to no time limit, partially so I would have time to explain what's going on, and partially because I'm a coward. But I'm playing till what I call on shame settings, where if I'm starting to feel like I've just taken too long, that it's a shameful experience for me, then I'll make my guess. But for right now, let's get rolling and see if I can't find something to give me at least a vague idea of where I am. Now the game has given me a seed, so that SKOVAXE will get the exact same locations and the same maps I did. So SKOVAXE, you are on your honor to play and record before watching this. Otherwise, you're going to see where the locations are, and that's cheating. So far, there's not a lot happening out here, and not a lot of clues either. Road signs are a great way to find out information, but so far, there's not a lot of information to be had here. I should probably cut these ads out. Just a second here. Let me see if I can do that on the fly without wrecking. What we're doing here. Hopefully I didn't just completely wreck the screen. Okay, well, we'll see if that worked. Yeah, kind of. Now you have a black blob instead. Not entirely sure that's any better, but oh well, at least you don't have to look at ads. I'm sure you could take a black screen over ads any day. I know I certainly would. Anyway, I am not seeing a lot of anything out here, and it's totally the middle of nowhere. Okay, we got a sign here. Okay, that. What language is that? Ugh. It's European for sure. Probably, possibly Spanish or Portuguese, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna keep zipping down this road and see if I can't find something more helpful. Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything on this one. It's really picked a good road here. There's literally nothing happening. Wow. This is a pretty brutal one for the first one. I was kind of hoping, if it plunks me down in the middle of some city somewhere, it'd be pretty easy, but clearly not so much. And it sounds like Mr. Smokey would like to jump up on me again. Okay. Come on up, buddy. It's okay. Come on. Everybody's waiting on you. Come on. Yeah, it's okay. Jump up. Here's a little kind of a roundabout thing just for a little grove of trees. That's interesting. It's a shame that they blur out the license plates because if it was a clear picture, I might be able to like see a country name or something on it, or be able to get a clue based off it. But apparently, that would be too easy. Yeah, there's like nothing on this road. Come on, Smokey. You said you wanted up. Come on up. Come on. There you go. Yep. Say hi to the folks. Over here. Look up here, buddy. You don't want to look over and say hi to the folks? Well, they're saying hi to you, so it's all good. There's a little house there, but that's not really helpful either. This is starting to take a fair bit too long. I may just have to take a wild guess here and accept the distinct possibility of a really crummy score on the first one, which is not so good. We'll head down a little bit further, but there's not even really any road signs. There was just the one about 20 or 30 clicks ago, but it didn't really have a whole lot of information. Interesting. Yeah, I've got nothing to work with here. Well, in terms of other clues, clearly this is a place that drives on the right side of the street, but that only narrows it down to about 99% of the world. England and I think Australia don't, but pretty much everywhere else on the planet does. So that doesn't really help much. Yeah, this certainly interesting weather. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot of anything here. Alright, is this North America or is this Europe? See, I don't think this could be in Europe because there's not a lot of areas that are this lightly populated. So I'm thinking either it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere in either North America, like in Canada or the U.S. prairies, maybe, or it's somewhere out in the vast, vast section of Russia. I really don't know. I don't think it's Russia though. That sign was using like the standard English alphabet. Oh, hang on, that might be a something. Santos. Okay. Can't really see that too well. If we move forward, it's gonna, yeah, we zoom past it. That's probably the best piece of information we've been given so far, and I can barely read that. Okay, well, let's look at other clues then. These trees scream North America to me, so I'm going to throw a guess, and I'm sure it's going to be horrifically wrong. But I'm going to throw a guess somewhere in the prairies here. I don't know, let's say in Saskatchewan. Go for it. Let's see how wrong it is. Okay, it was really wrong. It was South America. So you can see because I was so far away, I only got 24 points. You could get up to 5,000, so 24 out of 5,000 is it is a little bit bad. All right, well, round two. All right, we're starting off on a pretty much non-road in some kind of jungle. Great. Mountains visible. So I'm thinking immediately South America again. Let's see if we can get anywhere to give us a bit more detail. Any kind of detail whatsoever would be helpful. I'm just not sure if this little road's ever going to get to a major road. But you gotta watch your tail, sir. Thank you. Okay, so I'm 99% sure this is South America. It can't be too far from what I'm assuming are the Andes Mountains, which is basically this whole section here. It's all mountains, so it could be anywhere in here. So I'm hoping to find something to narrow it down a little bit. But I don't know if I'm going to find anything. I can tell it's definitely a poor country for sure, because obviously you wouldn't see these in built up areas of Europe or America or what have you. Really like to find a more major road that would hopefully tell me a little bit more. Because it's possible this may not even be South America. This could actually be somewhere in this zone here, the Micronesian area. But I don't remember there being tall enough mountains that you'd be able to see at that distance anywhere along there. So, guys, get stuck here and it doesn't help that it's clearly off growing season, so I can't even tell what kind of fruits these would have been, because they're not showing any fruit. Because even that might have been a little bit of a clue, maybe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hmm. There's just so much nothing around here. It's really picked another great spot to throw me. Alright. Well, again, I feel like I'm taking too long. I'm going to go with my original idea that it's somewhere in. Where in here, though, is a great question. Let's say somewhere in Bolivia, just arbitrarily. Well, that looks all built up. I need a spot that's pretty much empty. Let's say over here then, up in Peru. Let's see how we did. Nope, my secondary guess was a lot better. And it gave me 1 point. Well, unless SKOVAXE struggles as much as I'm struggling, this is going to be a mop, because I am doing very poorly. Alright, off we go. Apparently I am terrible at this game. Well, that's very nice structure, isn't it? Okay. So that is very nice. Though I get the sense we're kind of stuck on a footpath. We may not actually be able to move anywhere. Yeah, I'm thinking this is just a bunch of pictures. I don't think we're ever getting to a road here. Alright, so what is this structure? It's beautiful. I'll give it that much. But what is it? picture would use those kind of images. Hmm. And how many different angles can I get a glimpse of this thing at? Or is that pretty much it? Whoa. I don't know which direction it just jumped to me there, but it's probably not where I wanted to be. So this is looking like some kind of temple and tomb. That's what it looks like to me, but I could, of course, be completely wrong. I've been completely wrong on a lot so far. This, see, I'm a bit torn on this one. I think it's Southeast Asia. Dude standing on a child, that's not cool. Anyway, but I don't know where there though. Like it could be really anywhere in here. Absolutely anywhere. Alright, I'm going to say it's somewhere in northeastern India, but I have absolutely no idea beyond that, so we'll just plunk one anywhere, and we'll call that. Well, I just had the right country. Wrong side of it, but the right country, so at least I got a decent score for a change. Alright, well, that helps a lot. Alright, that was round 3, so round 4. Alright, we're in some. What, do you want back up, buddy? I heard you. Come on. If you want back up, come back up. Some kind of. What is this, like a fishing village? It's certainly scenic, I'll give it that. Nice car. Now this. Can I read that well enough to see what language that is? If I'm reading that right, that sounds an awful lot like. Could that be Venice? Sida de Veniculos. I want to say this might just be in or near Venice. That's just somebody's air conditioner. That's not going to help. Okay. So definitely Southern European. I don't know if it's actually in Venice or not, but it might very well be somewhere near it. Like in Italy or something. Are you coming back up, buddy? Come on. Of course, I could be completely reading that wrong. That might just be, the local way of saying no smoking for all I know. Kind of like to see some other signs somewhere. Very narrow, windy street overlooking this water. So it's definitely a hilly area. Could be like Sicily or maybe even Malta. Could this be Malta? I guess it could be. Okay, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. Or if I'm better off just to stick with my guess. Oh, hi, kitty. Hi. Are you climbing up there? Okay. That's a good spot for you. We'll go with that. Alright, let's get ourselves somewhere in this neighborhood. I guess that could even have been, like, Greek. Or Sardinia, Corsica. Like, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in this neighborhood, but I'm not sure where beyond that. But I mean, if I'm right in that, anywhere I pick here will be a pretty good score. I'm going to say this is somewhere in Sardinia. Let's say right about there. Let's go with that. Okay. Oh, it's in the Canaries. Alright, so completely failed that idea. But still, that's not that bad, really. Like, it certainly could have been a whole lot worse. Alright, well, at least I got a decent score for that. Alright, last one. Here we go. Time to get a good score and redeem myself completely here. Alright. So we're on some kind of little bridge over a stream. Alright. Let's look for signs of civilization. It's somewhere that uses kilometers, not miles, because it's doubtful that there's any highway that lets you do 70 miles an hour. So I'm thinking Eastern Europe or Western Russia, but if we can get an idea. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, if I can see the sign, maybe. Oh, I've gotten too close to it, I guess. Let's back off just a little bit. Okay, that looks an awful lot like Cyrillic to me, but I can't see it well enough to be sure. Yeah, I can't read that at all. Alright, so let's zip on a little further down. It's definitely Asia, but whether it's Northern Asia or Southern Asia, I could not tell you. Come on, go ahead, thank you. Okay, that is definitely Cyrillic. That definitely places this somewhere in Russia. As to where, that I couldn't tell you. And the only slight downfall with Russia is that it's like absolutely enormous. Like, for example, if I pick somewhere in Western Russia and it's in Eastern Russia, just as an example, that's almost half a world away. Like, Russia's humongous. Oh, that's just a road sign. Okay. Well, I'll take another quick jaunt up here just to see if I see anything. Well, if I knew how to read it, that would tell me the exact what city I was coming up to, but I do not, in fact, speak Russian and do not know how to read Cyrillic, so that's not going to help. Maybe we'll find something. Maybe we'll find something recognizable, but probably not. Yeah. Okay, it's Russia. Let's say it's kind of west-ish. I really have no idea. It's certainly not like Moscow. It's not. This isn't built up enough. Like, it's nowhere near built up enough. But it may happen to be, sort of near it. But as to where, yeah, not a clue. Let's say we're somewhere near Yaroslav. Just no idea. We'll take that. Not bad, not bad. It was a little further southeast. But I was definitely right to say Western Russia. Because again, if I'd picked Eastern Russia, this would have been a nothing. I just didn't go far enough south. Well, that's not bad. Okay. Well, there we go. I scored 6,622. So I will let SKOVAXE know that's the title, or excuse me, the total he's shooting for. And then we'll see how it goes. So once he's done, we'll put the two videos together and figure out who won. So until next time, folks, stay calm, and I hope you come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.